Chapter 579. Joey had completely resigned to his fate. Compared to having to dig ginseng for the rest of his life on Mount Gallman, he was already very blessed to be able to stay and carry cement at a construction site in Orris Hill for the next 20 years of his life. At least he would be able to live in the city, go home, and enjoy the nightlife now and then. If he was sent to Mount Gallman, the rest of his life would be gone. When he saw that he had already accepted his fate, Stephen snorted before he said, "You should know that you are already very lucky. I could have just taken you to the dog farm and fed you to my dogs today." Joey nodded in a hurry before he said with gratitude, "Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for being so gracious to me." "Thank you, Don Stephen." Stephen quickly instructed his men, "Come over here and bring him to the construction site now. Let him eat and live with the workers at the construction site. He is only allowed to take 2 days off every month." "Yes, Don Stephen." Two of Stephen's men hurriedly hauled Joey out of the lobby. Stephen pointed his finger at Paul, who was still lying unconscious on the ground, before he asked Alex, "Mr. Anderson, what should we do about that old man?" Alex replied lightly, "The police will come for him soon." As soon as his voice fell, a team of police officers rushed into the lobby and asked, "Which one of you is Paul?" Trump hurriedly pointed his finger at Paul, who was lying on the ground, before he said, "Officer, that is the guy you're looking for." The police officers walked up to Paul before they compared him to a picture that they had of him. After a brief moment, one of the police officers said, "Yes, that's him. Take him away." His subordinate, who was standing next to him, asked, "Captain, it seems as though this person is injured and unconscious. What should we do?" "Send him to the hospital first," the captain replied. "We will detain him after he receives treatment." At this time, Phil, one of his old classmates, hurriedly asked, "Officer, what crime did Paul commit?" The captain replied immediately, "Paul is suspected of misusing his professional position to misappropriate illegal profits amounting to more than $50 million. Everyone was in shock. No one would have imagined that Paul, who held such a high position in the petrochemical company and had a very high salary, would actually take advantage of his position to misappropriate funds and take illegal profits for himself. At this time, Paul, who was unconscious, was taken away by the police officers. His old classmates could not help but sigh at the sudden change of events. However, every one of them was looking at Alex with unprecedented awe. After all, Alex had put both Joey and Paul in their place, and his ability was really beyond everyone's understanding. Trump was also very satisfied because he felt that Alex had saved him a lot of face. Trump was also very happy because many of his old classmates came up to compliment him. However, some of them could not help but sigh as they said, "Oh no, Joey is gone. I am afraid we will not be able to go for a second round, then. Should we just leave now?" The group of old men was all a little lost. Everyone had been very excited to come and see the Cubana Club. Unexpectedly, they could only enter the lobby without seeing the inside of the club at all. At this time, Alex suddenly asked Stephen, "Stephen, what is the highest floor you can go to with your membership card?" "The 10th floor," Stephen hurriedly replied. Alex quickly asked, "Then, please help me book a room on the 10th floor so that these old men can have some fun tonight." Stephen asked in surprise, "But Mr. Anderson, don't you have an all-access?" Alex waved his hand, motioning for Stephen to keep silent about his membership card.